Hello, hope you all are doing fine. I'm Mr. Oliver. We're going to look at PPE. So that's personal protective equipment, okay? We all got it, and it depends on what kind of trade you're in. You'll find all different kinds of PPE. And particularly, we're going to look at what the shops is, at the metal shop. So the number one thing that you need to protect is your eyes. And these are CB Tech issued safety glasses. There's various different kinds. If you wear glasses, you usually have some over the glasses. And so the high school, I get my glasses from A&L, and sometimes you get lanyards on them, sometimes you won't. I don't see the advantage to them because they won't last you a week, and then you won't know where the lanyard is. So safety glasses, number one, they come in different varieties. Like I say, you got over glasses, goggles. A lot of times when students are first learning how to weld, what you're going to find out is they fog up. Well, these particular goggles don't fog up. They have anti-fog in them, so they're not a bad deal. And with wearing a face mask now, sometimes you're going to find it a little difficult to keep them fogging up. So another thing for safety for your eyes would be a face shield. As you can see, this one is seen better days. Probably the ultimate in protecting your eyes is this. Pair of safety glasses on underneath, these outside, and they're the best. So I have some safety glasses that I wear that have my prescription in them. So you want to keep your eyes safe. You only get 2 of them. And in my life, I've got a lot of stuff in mine, and it's no fun to go to the doctor and have them come at your eye with a needle and pick and scratch out steel out of your eye. So we want to protect them. Another thing with your personal protective equipment, boots. So a lot of students come to the metal shop with tennis shoes. It doesn't work. I'm telling you right now. What's going to happen is, right here, you're going to get a nice red molten piece of metal from your weld. It's going to go down through this nylon, and it's going to go into your foot, and it's going to sit there. It's going to take you a while to get your shoe off. Meanwhile, it's burning a hole in your foot. So you want to make sure you have closed-toed shoes. This CB Tech is easy. You get a locker, so you'd be able to keep extra boots in it, which is a plus. Most like high school, we're working at getting some lockers that you can put your boots in. You can leave them there until you're done with the class, until you're done with the semester. So you can store them there, so you're not having to pack them back and forth. So that's a good thing. So your boots. Another thing in safety that you're probably all familiar with now is the mask. Personally, I like these the best. I don't fog up in them. My face doesn't sweat in them. They're, I'm not sure how much they are, but the N95 are one of the ones that is better than other masks that you see out there. But I like them. So we, like everybody else, are going to be stinkers about masks, so you need to have them on. And you need to learn how to weld with them. A fitting one really good close to your face, one that's got metal in them, are better because they keep your welding hood from fogging up. The other thing you want to do in class, so my suggestion is, after you're done welding at the end of the day, it's a good idea, put a little bit of this on here. I would clean right here, where it's on your forehead, I would clean that. You're getting another helmet from another student. At Moses Lake High School, you're probably seeing 150 students. So there's probably one helmet could easily be on 20 students during a day. So you want to make sure you put it on clean, and then you should probably leave it clean as well. So keep your hands clean, wash often. The other thing you want to do in shop is have some gloves. Now what you're going to notice is this. A right hand glove, easy. They're all over the place. A left hand glove, not so. Why? I'll tell you why. So gauntlet gloves especially. So these are gauntlet gloves. They have the longer wrist part on them, and that's so that you don't get sparks down inside and burn your hands. The reason, when you weld, so you grab the stinger with this hand, right? So this hand goes over this one. So this hand is against the heat all the time. So the left-hand glove, sometimes they're hard to find. So we try to keep them, but they go fast, especially when we start welding a lot and we get really in close. So that's gloves. So in welding, the same thing, gauntlet gloves. They're the best. They're thicker, a little bit harder to use. Next is a welding helmet. So don't look at the arc. Why? Because your eyes can't handle it. I've gotten arc flash probably, I don't know, maybe 10 times in my life. So somebody's welding over here. You're not looking at it, but the rays are getting your eyes. At the end of the day, you go home, they're sore. You wake up about 2 o'clock in the morning, and it feels like somebody threw sand in your eyes. It's very painful. Go to the hospital, they give you some tetracaine, kind of relaxes your eyes, it feels so much better. And they give you antibiotics, they send you home with patches over your eyes and tell you you can take them off in the morning. And it's usually a couple days before you're feeling A-okay again. So inside this helmet, so we're talking about PPE, this is a couple different things. Number one, you can press, where is it? So you can press this, you can press the reset on them, and they'll let you just grind, so they won't get dark when you're welding. The other thing is you can set it. So normally on a welding helmet, you're going to be about 10. That's just a general. You go maybe, if you don't see so good, you could go to a 9, or you could jump up to 11. There's a couple different things we do in the shop that maybe you want it brighter. Number one is air arcing. Air arcing is bright. I normally would put my helmet on 13. The other thing that would be bright would be wire feed welding aluminum. It's bright, and I would jump up to a 12 if I was doing that. So your helmet, it's your personal protective equipment. Another thing that we don't want to see is welding without a coat. You need your arms covered, you need your throat covered. I don't know if it's true. I know that one of the professors out at the college says that he got throat cancer from not having something over his neck. So we want to keep our skin covered. Even if you're helping somebody, you need to have one of these on. Why? If you get your arm sunburned at the end of the day, you know you should have had a coat on. So just wear them. This class here is about a constant 74 degrees, so you're going to be okay. You're not going to roast. At the high school, it's a little bit different. but there's coats there as well. My preference is leather. Leather protects better, it doesn't burn through. These get old and the flame retardant isn't as well in them, and you can see that they do end up getting holes in them. So I prefer leather. Another thing that's a good idea when you're welding is chaps. What you don't want to do with these and how they get wore out is students that don't bring their boots put these on their feet, and needless to say, you burn all the nylon straps off when you do that. So, but these are good. You know, when you go to school, you want to protect your pants. You don't want, especially if you're at the beginning of the day and say second period, you don't want to go dirty pants all day, right? Just put some of these on. They protect them. They keep you from getting holes in your pants and your shoes. So chaps, they're a good idea. The other thing is on the torch for your personal protective equipment is a shade 5 lens. So there's different kinds. You have these, they'll go over your glasses. They'll go over your safety glasses. They kind of look goofy, but some of you look goofy anyway. These I don't like because I do wear glasses. I have a bifocal, and if I hold it up high enough for the bifocal, I can't see through the lens. So I have to wear it over my nose and then it fogs up. So, but that's a shade 5 as well. My preference is these, don't take them. Students walk off with these. They look cool, but it says Nemesis on it, so they're welding glasses. So you don't really look so cool when you're driving around in your pickup truck with a pair of welding glasses. So these are shade 5. I just put them over my glasses, and that works just fine. So you need those. Another thing you need is chaps when you're cutting. If you're cutting a lot, they'll protect your pants. So just put them on and use them. Another thing is, there's 2 different kinds of ear protection, and you really do need them. If you know me very well, if you've known me for more than a couple of years, you'll know that I don't hear so good. And there's a reason why. It's because I wasn't faithful in putting earplugs in. And over the span of 45 years, all of a sudden, I didn't hear so good. So there's these, there's also muffs. The only reason you don't normally see muffs in a welding shop is because you have welding hoods, and they don't work so good with those. So what we don't want to see done with these, they're a cool thing, but to use them for target bullets isn't cool. Plus, you waste them. And I'm gonna pick these up that I just shot at you, and I'll use them. Normally when I'm done at the end of the day, I stick them in my pocket. My wife washes my pants. They come out in the wash. They're a little bit fluffier and they don't squish as good, but they're clean. And these they can save your hearing. Hearing aids are a pain. They just are, and it's not what was intended for you. So anyway, that's PPE, and let's have a safe year.